What's up, everybody? I'm Pierre Lawson, founder of the Wall Street Jack Boys. We're here with a live interview session with special guest retail trader Ashley Davis. What's up, Ashley? Welcome.
Hello.
And Ashley is joining us tonight from Michigan. What part of Michigan are you from, Ashley?
Detroit, the one and only.
The D in the house? Okay. Detroit in the building, represented. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So, Ashley, you know, Sam, part of the squad, Wall Street Jack Boys, she's been doing a thing. Very proud of you. I just want you to know, I'm announcing it publicly, that I am super proud of you. You know, the progress that you've been able to come through with and holding yourself accountable, setting goals. You are a success story in my eyes. And so I wanted to bring you on tonight and you share your story and, you know, let the world know a little bit about yourself. So let's actually, you know, get everything started. And you just tell, you know, everybody about yourself, your background, where you're from. You know, let them know a little something about you.
All right. Well, first and foremost, thank you for that. I really appreciate it. A little bit about me, just an average person from Detroit, Michigan. The one city that doesn't have the best rep in the world, even though we're having our comeback now. So it's really sure that you can do anything, be anything, doesn't matter where you're from. I attended Wayne State. I'm actually a process improvement consultant, and I like to play piano on the side, so it's a little thing.
Awesome. You know, I love the music industry. Well, I love music and not so much the industry, but piano is great. You know, I learned the piano. Right. I learned the piano from like mathematics. It's like weird, right? But I think it's awesome that you do that. And you have a pretty technical background, it looks like. And I think that's awesome. So what made you actually decide to get involved with the stock market?
I started to dabble in stocks about 3 years ago. You know, all these, I'm not going to say no, but I'm pretty sure like me, a lot of people always heard save, but no one explains what save means. No one ever says save means to invest your money in stocks, or save means to learn risk management. So I had a natural intrigue with the market. So I started to look and learn more about 3 years ago. It was right after I took a financial management class on, within it, we did a lot with international currency. And I don't know, it was complex, but easy for me to grasp the concept. And the thing is legal to trade your currency and to take advantage of the little 3 cents difference, and that people are making money off of it was very interesting.
Nice. So you basically took some financial courses. So you got like a little background with it from an educational perspective. How did you find that to play out once you got into the real world? Was it pretty close, or do you feel like you were behind, or they left out some things from your technical education from real life? What was the difference?
I think that I don't want to say that they left things out. I think that life is a journey and it's all about your experiences. So you can read all the books that you want, but until you do it, you can't apply the concepts that you learn. You won't understand what it means. You can read the best book in the world that literally gives you the secret and tells you everything. But that knowledge means nothing until you get in and you do it for a couple of years. And you're like, oh, this is what they really meant.
Right. So basically, experience is the king of all, right?
Yeah.
But it's great to have that foundation.
I mean, the book helps because it gives you something to grasp onto. And basically, after experience is king. But it's not after you get that experience that you can actually apply the book's knowledge, and you can start to connect all of the dots to each other. And then you just continue to build upon your experience along with those books, along with books written by other people. Because books are just a collection of experiences of those who've gone there before you.
Right. Okay. Nice. So you had like a little background with some currency, some some information on that. I think that's great, and we actually may talk about that a little bit here later. But what made you make the transition over into the stock options world?
Um, well, I had an interest in the stock market itself and economics, and then just I stumbled upon it, just trying to learn everything that I could about stocks. I stumbled upon stock options and learned that you had a lot more leverage with a lot less risk. So it became okay. It's a little bit more complicated, but the reward seems a bit higher. So let me dabble in this for a minute and see if I like it.
Okay, cool. And now, how did you hear about Wall Street Jack Boys?
So once upon a time, there was this guy named Pierre, and Pierre happened to see that I shared a post in another trade group that we both used to be a member of, where I was asking for some advice. And he reached out to me, and we got to have a little bit of a conversation and talk about his background and his knowledge, talk about what I wanted to learn. And at the time, the Wall Street Jack Boys group was still a little baby. So I'm really excited to actually get to join when it had just got created and to see it grow with membership. But basically, he managed to show me that he knew what he was talking about. So I thought, okay, I'll join and see what I can learn from him. And here we are, having an interview now.
Okay, so you heard about Wall Street Jack Boys from me, basically, and I think that's dope, right? Because we're still in our infancy. I still have lots of leaps and bounds to accomplish. But you were there in the beginning, and then you kind of had a break. Took a break. Had some things going on in real life, and then you just recently joined back, fully focused, fully engaged, ready to kick some ASS. Like you were like ready. You just you came on your own this time, and you was like, yo, I'm ready to go. I had some things I had to take care of personally. I'm ready to get back in the game. Can you hold me accountable? Make sure that I'm at every meeting, every webinar, hold me accountable, put the fire under me if I don't show up or I don't do what I say I'm going to do. I got goals. I'm for real about it this time, and I got the time to make it happen. So let's make it happen. And so that's been the story. Y'all don't know, but that's, me and Ashley, that's the way we communicate. She just jumped back in the game. And since you've been back in, you've been very successful. We're going to talk a little bit about some of your success here. I think that is pretty awesome. You know what I'm saying? That with the type of success you've been having since you've been back, and with your level of focus and dedication, your commitment, I think is very inspirational for just me, you know what I'm saying? Because some people, they shy away, they shy away and go do something else or get distracted, and you just never hear from them again. It's like, okay, go on, right? And so what I wanted to know is, how beneficial would you say that the Wall Street Jack Boys training has been for you in your trading career?
I'll say that the Wall Street Jack Boys has been 100% beneficial. It's allowed me to stay focused, as you say. It's the ability to have one go-to instead of having multiple different people moving forward in a million different directions. But also still having the flexibility of the entire community, so you can still get different perspectives on trades that's happening, but with everyone on the same level, or on the same vibrational frequency.
Right. So the community's been very helpful, having other people that you can bounce ideas off of, from some of your peers. We see a lot of that, and I think that's what's great about our community, because, you can always reach out and there's people that you could talk to that's going to help you out. When there's some other communities out there that don't even offer that, right? Or they may charge for services as far as that goes. So since you basically been back, and you've been kicking ASS, right? Since you've been back. And I think it's pretty awesome just because, in the stock market world, I guess the consensus is that this is a male dominant industry. And I love our females that's in the group because you guys rock, you know what I'm saying? And you've been doing it as well as most guys. And I think some people that, some women that's out there, they may be a little intimidated about getting into this world because they normally see the guys on TV, with the coats, they on the floor, and it's, it's like Hollywood, right? Well, tell the world, if you don't mind telling them, your thoughts about being a trader, in the stock market world as a woman, what advice would you have for other women that's out there and some of the things that you noticed from your experience?
I would say just jump into it. You're trading from the computer. You're behind the monitor. It's literally just you. You don't know who's on the other side. All you see are numbers on your screen. That's what you're trading against. There's no, as a woman, a lot of times, we tend to struggle, like you say, especially in the male dominated world. We don't negotiate as much or anything. We're usually taught not to. But it's a computer screen. Put in whatever number you want. Nobody knows that you're a woman. You don't know who you're trading with on the other side.
Right. So basically, your gender has nothing to do with your ability to make money in the stock market world, is what you're saying?
Yep. Nothing to do with it at all.
And so that's what I like about the stock market. I always tell people, man, the stock market is the place where you go where every person is created equal. It don't matter if you're rich, you don't have much money, male, female, whatever is going on with you in your life, who cares? This is all about green. At the end of the day, you can win just as well as anybody else, whether you got a PhD or you have a street PhD, it doesn't matter, right? So,
End of the day, experience rules.
That's right. That's right. And, I'm glad that you can share your real world experience with others that may be looking on. And, hopefully this can be an inspiration to other women to get involved and, to manage your own financial, assets and, have your own success there. So since you've been back trading, about how often would you say that you trade on average nowadays? How often are you trading?
Prior to me really coming back to the group, I was trading about 1 or 2 a month. Since I've been in the group, I'm trying to jump in and out of trading in 1 to 2 days. I think the most I feel was for about 8 days. So I don't know, about 5 or 6 just back to back.
Okay. So you say you're doing about 1 or 2 a week?
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's pretty conservative. But that's pretty much all you need as far as, starting out anyway. You don't want to, fall into, when people do over trading and they're doing too much trading, start losing crazy, but just keep it in a manner where you can control, so I think that's pretty good. 1 or 2 trades, that's all you really need, really. Okay. So since you've been back trading and everything, what would you say currently, like what's your, out of all the option strategies out there, because options is options because we have options. We got like literally too many options. We got iron condors, jade lizards, butterflies, iron butterflies, back ratios, calendars, you name it. Like so many strategies is out there. What would you say is your favorite option strategy as of like right now?
The bull put spread.
Okay.
That one's I think that's everybody's favorite.
Right.
So that's
right.
My number one favorite. But I try to trade to the market environment. So after the bull put spread is the call spread. You get the cover up and down. And most recently, I've been taking a focus on the iron condors to take advantage of these choppy markets.
Okay, great. So for y'all don't know, the strategy she's talking about, these are basically like the core of what, the training that I teach at Wall Street Jack Boys is basically the vertical spreads and iron condors. So the vertical spreads, basically, you can make money in so many different ways. Basically, this is if the market is choppy or if it goes into the direction that you're going into, that you're projecting, you can make money. So you got, 2 out of 3 ways to make money, basically. So, she talked about the vertical put spread or bull put spread. That's a bullish trade. And she also talked about the vertical call spread. That is a bearish spread. So these are basically spreads, and you got more than one way to make money. Versus directional, you'll only make money one way if you just buy a call. And that's the only way you can make money. But it's so much that can happen with the market. There's more ways for you to lose money with those type of strategies. Even though they seem easy on the surface, they're actually more harder to manage. And so that's why with the courses, the core, what we teach is these spreads, and then the iron condors, like she was mentioning with the choppy markets, markets going like this, there's a certain strategy that you can use to make money with the chops. And it's, iron condor is one of those that we actually use So awesome. So she just gave y'all like 3 different setups that she liked, that she says are her favorite. So that's cool. We'll take the 3 and run with it. And since we talking about running with some things here, how about you tell everybody about your most rewarding win of the year so far? Tell everybody.
My most rewarding win of the year so far was that bonus trade that we all jumped into. That was the one. Well, I'm starting to get my trades and stuff. That one was a bear trade. The most rewarding one was the Alter trade. That was the one I jumped in and held on to it for a day. The next day I wake up and I open up at an 80% profit. So I was very, very much pleased.
Nice. So basically,
lesson 2, within the first 10 minutes when the market is open, it's very volatile, and I actually kept missing my mark to exit, and it came full circle and gave me a second chance to get my 80% profit a day later.
Man, you got a little second chances when you get them, because they get to slip away from you. So basically, it was a 1-day trade? You was in there for 1 day?
I ended up being in there for 2.
Okay, so 2 days.
I jumped in there like a Monday afternoon. I think I jumped out on a Wednesday morning.
So a 2-day trade. So you put some money out there. It's kind of like the fisherman. He got the the little bait. You take a little piece of fish, make that your bait, and you're gonna reel back a bigger fish, basically. So you threw your money out there for 2 days, and you came back with 80% return on your capital. That's freaking phenomenal. That's crazy. That's real life. She did that. Awesome. So since we talked about the wins, a lot of people don't like to talk about the losses, if you had any. How about you tell the world, since you've been back, about your most memorable loss?
So the funny thing about it is that so far this year I've had no losses.
Hold on. I gotta stop you. Did you say you have no losses? 0 losses?
0. This is a good year, 2018.
I'm jealous. That's crazy. I got to catch up. So you got 0 losses so far.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that I am without my lessons. And I think that's one of the valuable thing I could take from it, because even though I had no losses, I still had to find lessons, because you don't learn a lot when you're successful. And
right.
The lesson I learned was the bowling trade that we all jumped in on, which was a fair trade that everybody took. So basically, we bet that the stock would decrease in price, and everybody jumped in with a call spread. And what happened with this one was I got lucky again, just like with Alta, and within about a day and a half, I'm at an 80% profit again. And this time I was greedy. So when the market jumped over my mark, I thought, when this happened to Alta, it was able to rebound. So I'm going to wait until it gets to 80% again. And it went down to 45% profit, and I thought, 45, I'm not taking that. And I tried to wait for 80%. It never came back. I was fortunate. I was still able to close out my trade with a 25% profit, so I still actually made a profit over my fees. But I could have left that trade with a 45% profit. So that was my lessons I got to learn in greed.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you shared that, because even though it was a win, which we all want to get wins like Ashley got right so far, right? But, like she's mentioned, she learned a lesson, a very valuable lesson. It could have turned into a loss, but it didn't. She still got a win out of it. But, that was basically an illustration about greed. And with trading, that's one of the biggest things you got to worry about is yourself. Like, you're really trading against yourself. You're not really trading against nobody else. It's really about self-mastery. And so the psychology of trading is very important. And so that's why we have, parameters set in place to keep our emotions intact. And so that we follow those rules so that we can, maximize our accounts and, kind of mechanize the whole process. So thanks for sharing that, with us. I think that's pretty awesome, though. Those 0 wins. I'm jealous, man. So since we're on the, the whole trading thing, like as far as technical, I'm sure there's probably some people that's curious about, your trading style, about like what kind of time frames are you trading off of these days?
I'm mostly using the daily chart. So I'll go in. I think my choice is very lazy. I just go and I just scan the main stock. So I have to go right in and I scan like the same stock, which are all what we call the text ones. Then I go and I scan my favorites. So I'll look at the daily. I'll throw a Fib chart onto it, see what it looks like. If at least two of my indicators on the daily chart can confirm a trigger, then I'll go and look at the weekly as an anchor to see what that direction confirms there. Then during the day, like once I've said, okay, this is a trade I want to jump in on, I'm feeling pretty good about my probability that I will win, then I'll jump in and I'll use about a 5-minute chart or 15 minutes to actually enter my trade.
Nice. So basically you're using the daily chart for your anchor, basically, and then you're entering in on a 15-minute chart?
Yeah, the daily chart is my go-to.
Right. Okay. Good. And so with that now, like what's your favorite technical indicators that you're using so far? Like what are your favorite ones?
Favorite ones are the Fibonacci analysis and the elite moving average that Pierre created on Thinkorswim.
Okay. Nice.
So you have to join the club so you can get access to those. It's a really good tool to help you identify resistance and support. So you get to mix that with your Fib analysis and along with what other indicators that you're using. So it makes your moves very powerful.
Nice. Yeah, the elite moving average, man. That's a golden setup. I love that one. But you know what? I've been seeing your charts here lately, and your Fibonacci analysis is actually coming on point. And, I'm a Fibonacci specialist. My Fibonacci is on fleek. And, I teach the Fibonacci courses here in the Wall Street Jab Boys. Now, how influential would you say the Fibonacci classes have been for you and with your Fibonacci analysis?
It's been very influential. And not only that, but you're constantly posting Fib charts plus the Voodoo line. So being able to jump in there and just go for it, I'm going to say it's magical. It's very magical when you go in there and you draw your Fibonacci and you can see how the candlesticks, they magically go right back to the same retracement level. And it's just over time, looking at charts and being able to, I want to say that over time, because I've been a member in Wall Street Jack Boys for, this is going on 2 years.
We're approaching 2 years in a couple months. Yeah. So
being able to come across charts that I haven't looked at in months, that I still have a Fib drawing on, and to see how the candlesticks in the future how they gravitate to those levels has been
spooky.
Amazing. Yeah. So being able to see it and witness it, like, oh wow, okay. So being able to look at the past history of a chart that at one time was the future for me, and to go, okay, if I had been watching this all this time, I could have jumped in here.
Right.
More or less.
Awesome. And what techniques are you using to remove your emotions from your trading decisions? Do you have anything that you use?
When I'm not being greedy, I just stick to my rules. So it's up to you, to any new traders watching this, it's up to you to define your risk management. Never trade more than what you're willing to lose. So for me, usually my jump out point is 30 to 60%, unless it's a trade where I am being more specific with my profit. So if it's a iron condor, my goal is to get 100%. I would prefer to just close it, but I still have my rules and my constraints. Even then, I also have my rules on how much of a loss that I have when I'm ready to jump out. So you don't have to lose the maximum loss that it says that's on there.
Right. And that's another good thing about what options is kind of like, the risk management is kind of built into it before you ever enter into a trade, because, the platforms let you know, hey, worst case scenario, if the poop hit the fan, this is how much you're going to lose. Are you willing to accept this type of loss? They make it easy for you, right? And then they also tell you like, well, this is your max gain, you know, like, is that worth it for you to get into this trade? You know, is that enough profit for you? And then you just see it before you hit the button to go and execute your trade. So and that's the thing I love about what options. You don't get that from nothing else. So I just think that's amazing. Yeah. And now, so, having a trading plan is something that, I always talk to new traders about. Everybody want to get involved with trading. They say, hey, man, what should I trade? Or what should I invest in? What should I buy? And the first thing I ask them is, hey, do you have a trading plan? And a lot of times they say, I don't have a trading plan. They don't really understand the importance of that. So how important is that trading plan for you and, managing your emotions?
I'm going to say this. Majority of the retail traders don't have a plan, and the majority of them lose their money. The trading plan is important because it is what's going to make you be a part of that 1%. It's what's even when you first get into it, you're probably going to lose. I don't mean to sound pessimistic. It's a learning curve. But having that trading plan means that inevitably you will improve because you have rules to go by. You have something to look back on, and you can go back and you can tweak every little knob that you need to tweak until you can even set your goals of, okay, this year I want to have no less than a 90% loss. And then just as you're building up your trades over time and you see what works for you, what works well, you will become more strong in identifying your triggers and being able to set up more wins. So the trading plan is the most important thing that you can have.
Thank you. And, there's lots of resources out there for you to put together your own trading plan. As a member here at Wall Street Jap Boys, we do have a trading plan, one that I actually go by. But trading is different for everybody. So you have to understand a lot of these things are just, a foundation, building blocks, and you build on it and you make it your own. But we do have those for all of our members, of course. But definitely, if you're just watching this, and you're trading, have your trading plan. And that's not just coming from me, that's coming from Ashley too. She's letting you guys know, make sure you have that on deck. And now we have a pretty special tool here that I created called the Wall Street Jap Boys Trading Journal. Pretty proud of it, put a lot of work into this thing. Haven't seen anything else like it on the market, but I think that it's been crazy for me using it and then presenting it to the group. We made first level updates to it, and we're constantly improving and things like that on it. But it's actually working phenomenally for most of our members here. Ashley, how have you been leveraging the Wall Street Jap Boys Trading Journal with your trading?
I use the Wall Street Jap Boys Journal to create lessons learned on my trades. So you get to record all of your trades. You can go back and you can look at them. I also take pictures of my trades. So when I'm going back and I'm reviewing and I'm seeing what happened or my notes as to why I jumped in, why I jumped out, is always something you can go back and look to. You can also use the tool to measure, again, how effective you are. You can also measure what you need to change. So it goes right back to the trading plan. You use both of those and to get to your mastery level. So the trading plan, use it as your guide, as your guideline. From that, set some goals, and then you use the trading journal to measure how close you are to your goals. And then you make that in with the Facebook group. You got the community where you can ask questions. You can share with them, hey, here's my goal, here's the trade I'm looking at, here's the setup. And you can also get feedback on what you're doing so you can constantly tweak it, you can constantly improve. Oh,
yeah. Awesome. So, yeah, the Jap Boys Trading Journal, it's got the built-in KPIs and everything. So it's really, like she was saying, self-mastery. You get to see your results put to test. So like she said, you always begin with that trading plan. You try to stick with that, and then you measure your results, and then you can make improvements. That's how you get to your self-mastery. You get to discover. So it's also self-discovery. You get to find out what type of strategies do you excel in and which strategies you're not so good in. And so that'll help you determine, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this type of strategy because I'm not really that good at it just yet. Or maybe it's a particular stock that you're pretty good at predicting, where you say, hey, man, I'm good at predicting. I know this behavior because stocks have different behaviors. You got like people's personalities. Everybody's different. With stocks, they behave like people, And so once you get that to understanding that, then you can kind of predict and, make better, profit margins and things like that with different companies. And so the journal highlights all of that for you. It's crazy. So anyway, make sure you guys get your hands on that. We have that for our members. All members get like a discount on that. But if you're not a member, it's available for you guys too at the regular price at like $97 right now. So and I know I get a question a lot. A lot of people always, especially new people, they always want to know about cryptocurrency, right? And I try my best not to talk too much about it, but I'm going to give you the floor just a second. You can just share your thoughts. What are your thoughts on cryptocurrency? A lot of people ask me that question. I'm going to send it to you and you can answer for them for your, from you. Tell the world what you think about cryptocurrency.
I think it's the next big thing. It's not so much the crypto, it's not so much the currency, it's more so the technology behind it. It's almost as if we're in another internet boom, just like in the 2000s. I know a lot of people who right now, Bitcoin is trading at about $3,000. So you have all the people, even here within the group, trying to clown on people. Because so many bought at the top when they hit the $20,000 mark. But if you were a trader, if you were a skilled trader, you wouldn't have bought then. It's really funny because even then, when everybody was getting, people started asking about it. They said, "What would I do if I was trading?" I'm in the crypto now. I wasn't at the time. But they asked me, "What would I do?" I said, "I would short it. It's made its market time to short. About a week later, it plummeted." So options taught me a lot, even about that. Even though Bitcoin is at about an 80% correction right now, just looking at the history of it, I actually wrote a paper on it about 4 years ago at school. So I just thought it was really interesting to see where it is now compared to the full report that I did on it a while ago. But if you look at the history of crypto, it's doing the same thing as the stock market. It's very volatile, so if you're a new trader, don't get in it. You're not ready for that. You're not ready to accept those losses. If you're seasoned and you know how to sell, it's perfect for you because it's volatile. That's how we make our money.
Okay, well, awesome. I think that was a great response, and I'm sure our viewers would appreciate that. So thank you. And before we bring it to a closing here, if you can offer any advice to any of our new members or new traders.
I would say reach out and ask questions. If you're a new member, you found the group, you don't feel so sure about taking the classes yet, you haven't gotten the training, the journal yet. If you look within the group, there's a document section, so there's already some guides available to you. Reach out to members. There's quite a few members who are very active. Just start to ask some questions. Download Thinkorswim. They have a paper money tool that you can use to just get your feet wet. Start to go in there, look at our tips and that analysis, figure out how to do it, ask questions again. I'm going to say ask questions like 5 times. The most important thing is asking questions. You can't do it on your own, so ask questions. And when you're ready, jump in. Ultimately, you're going to have to get the courses. You're going to have to take that first step. So another thing that I would really say is don't be unsure about yourself. Be confident. Again, I don't mean to sound pessimistic, but you will probably take a few losses when you first get in because you're learning. But as long as you manage it and you don't lose more than what you're willing to, don't sweat it. You spend more money going to Starbucks. It's just making a choice. Do you want to drink a coffee today that's going to last for 15 minutes? Or would you rather put your money toward a skill that can last you a lifetime? Just take time to think about it.
Awesome. That was some very sound advice, man. Can you be my mentor? I like that. That's really, really awesome. So, there you guys have it, man. That's real live interview with Ashley Davis, all the way from the D. I want to thank you for joining us and sharing your story with the world. It's been very, very inspirational. And you know how we do. We'll be in the group Trading Tomorrow live. I'll be in there as well. We get this money. If you guys are interested in the training, make sure you check out our website at wallstreetjackboys.com. That's Wall Street Jack Boys with a Z. Make sure you get the training. The group is free on Facebook. Just, answer the questionnaires and we'll let you in. You get to, look around, see what's going on, say, what's going on with this stock option stuff? We see how these guys doing, if they really for real, right? So anyway, just, check us out there. Make sure you guys check out our live social feeds as well on Instagram and, Facebook, Twitter, and everything else at Wall Street Jack Boys. With that being said, y'all have a good night. Peace.
Good night.